Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and this is Timberborn, once again with our beautiful settlement of Horsaw on the Beaver map. Now, we left off last time. We have managed to cap this wonderful beast so that bad tides will no longer plague us, as they have for 34 long cycles so far. We have, unfortunately, come out the other end with 21 contaminated beavers. So, unfortunately as well, with that, the fact that we are in a drought and we have 0 current power running through our society, yeah, we got problems. So one of our next things to do, I would say, our big thing, is to secure our power. Now, to do that, we do need to go and get our cap, which we can force to be open during bad tides. Now, we do have 300 gears. We do have 50 dynamite. The only thing we are missing is the metal. Shock and horror, the thing we have struggled with for so long. We do have a mine here. However, we do have a 14% contamination still. So we are going to wait for our contamination to go down just a smidge more, because, to be honest with you, I think 21 beavers contaminated is enough. And then we are going to go from there. Now, I feel that our farming area can expand a little. And so with that, we are going to keep our builders with something to do. This is, I want to say, too tall. And that's not me saying it's too tall. It is 2 pieces tall. And so let's go and throw down some dynamite. How are we doing on extract? We have some extract. We could go and probably easily get 50 pieces of dynamite out. 20. 32. 40. 4. 8. Sure, that'll... Oh, hang on. Let's just square it off by there. So there you go. And that will allow us to expand this farming area just a smidge. And with that, I think it's time to decide on what is my next crop even going to be. Now, cassava, obviously, then soybean, etc., etc. But the question is, what do they become? So let's come over here and find... That's an industrial pile. Warehouse. And so we have fermented... or fermented. So we could get fermented cassava or soybeans, but I have a feeling. I don't want to look up those recipes. I wish there was just like a recipe looker-upper. You know, one of those, just those recipe looker-uppers. What we can go and do right here to make things a little bit easier is just... send that out there. That'll allow them just run off the path wherever they need to. I don't want to lose the 92% progress, basically. Although we are kind of struggling on mushrooms, so I don't know if it particularly make actually too much of a difference. So yes, that does take canola oil. Sorry, I had that feeling. Oh, that doesn't though. So we could go for fermented cassava and start to get that on the go. So cassava could be in for the win. That's cassava. So soybeans also become fermented. Canola for the canola oil. Corn and eggplant. Now, corn and eggplant, I do believe... Take a food factory. There you go. Oh, there you go. I could have just hovered over this, and there's my recipe list right there. Never mind. Apart from the corn goes straight into rations with a smidge of wood. Maybe that's in fact what we go for next. We get a lovely bit of corn on the go. The whole of this, which was my original kohlrabi. I was like, I will remember this name. I will not look it up. My original kohlrabi plantation area. Oh, you can definitely be paused now. We have gone and lovingly planted that back as well. Will not come under risk once again, is what I'm eventually getting to, if I can get around to saying it and not get distracted. Because this area is now fully grown, and it will eventually be fully irrigated. And as I said, we are no longer in fear of the bad tide. So, we will continue to decrease our contamination percentage. This one obviously will take a little bit longer because we're pumping out good water. We will continue to decrease our contamination percentage. Very nice. It is coming out the right way. And this irrigation will continue to fill up as much as it should. Now, we have this very annoying manual process thing on the go. But yes, I feel like it's time to potentially switch this over. Let's go and take out that much. And so they should all get switched over. This can stay kohlrabies for now. And we will go and get all of that switched over. We have 0.2 days. This is going to come back online. We're going to start to decontaminate our beavers once again. Because, yeah, they're having a rough time right now. And most of the point as well, with that, this water, which is actually at should be pretty low, 6%, will continue to decontaminate. And will also then start to overflow and help me decontaminate this area as well. Hope rises on Porsaw. And then, of course, once we get that going, once we get the mine going, once we get the metal going, we can finish our fast transportation networks, as well as our extended lodges, because we got homeless beavers. We got people in need of a home. We have things that need sorting out. And there you have it. The increase to our farming area. And so we were planning on. So let me try and work this out once again. Kohlrabies take 3 days. So we can, in essence, do about 50 kohlrabi. Is that... Did I work that out correct? Is that what it works out to be? I don't know anymore. Yes, I think so. About 50 kohlrabi. Now, on the other hand, when we were thinking of doing corn, takes 10 days. That is a lot of required corn. That is a very big field that I needeth. So, yeah, that's more. That's certainly more. Many of you will notice the flaw in my plan of the fact that for some reason I've built this and then built this in the middle. Oh, wait, I won't need this once this is fully watered and blue, because it'll stay blue. So I don't actually need this diversion thing once that happens. So that can actually disappear. See, there was always something going on that means something. And I'm sticking to that claim. I'm going to go and blow up this whole area. We're going to go and expand this all the way up. We're going to, in essence, open up to this crater, because, hey, we're not afraid of this crater no more. I am not afraid of no ghost. We're going to go plant this all as corn. And that is the plan that I am sticking to. Because what could possibly go wrong? We are now at least decontaminating our beavers again. Look at them. There they are. In fantastic green baths of revitalization. They are seriously contaminated. Yeah, let's start up the great cleanup operation. As I said, let's start up this great cleanup operation. 5%. It's a glorious 5%. 10%. 13% and 16%. Obviously, that one will be the hardest one to clean up. As I said, I am very much continuing to pump out good water. We have mostly cleared this area. Now, I hope my irrigation goes as far as I've decided to blow up. I have a feeling it should. We'll find out, basically. We'll find out. So, yeah, as I went and said, one of the next things we need is 200 metal. Which is going to be 400 metal, because I've got 2 of these to force open. So as long as I get 1 going now, then, you know, that's something. That is definitely something. We are going to need more dynamite. We need 100 in total, and we need 600 gears. We are not making gears anymore. Go and unpause that guy. Continue to slowly increase the number of gears that we own. Oh, are these two going to remain just... Oh, no, we got one of them. Can we get the last one? Yes, we can. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and plant... What am I after? Corn. All this becomes corn. I should be able to get this from the top. Very nicely done. Nice little shortcut right there. 19 contaminated beavers. The world is getting better. What are we down to after another day? Oh, it's gone up. That's gone down to a beautiful 7%. That's on 13. That's gone down as well. Are we pure? Do we have... I mean, I wonder how many days this is going to take to clean itself out. 4%. 4% and falling. But as I said, it's a hell of a thing. Hell of a thing. 17 contaminated beavers. Now, of course, whether I am curing them or whether they're dying of old age is anybody's guess. But I'm going to believe that I'm curing them. Because that'll help me sleep at night. Okay, let's blow this popsicle. Oh. That was awfully nice of me to set some areas up. Corn. There you go. We will now have corn farming on the go as well. Look at that. Oh my god. That was mesmerizing to watch. I'm sorry. That was beautifully mesmerizing to watch them moving between all of those points there. You know what's quite funny? If you think about this, let's just say if you thought about this in, should we say, real terms, there would always be the absolute terrifying thought of the fact that we are in a basin that is in a lower level than our water source. So if, I don't know, you could say as in if the dam would break, if the walls were to collapse, if the water would start seeping through, all of this would flood. All of it. Nothing would hold it back at all. How we doing? 9%. It's slow. We're getting there. 6%. We're not really pulling up much bad water, are we? I'm gonna go and turn those 2 on because we frankly need them turned on at this point. Keep that going for a second. And so yeah, so the next thing we need to do is start to get... We need to get a food processing plant. Let's just go ahead and unlock that for now. That will come next. The oil press, we're not quite at oil press stage. Go ahead and just pause that building before I forget. 8%. I don't want to risk any more contamination. Chances, you know, they're getting lower by the day, but still, when you've already got 15 contaminated beavers, several of which are potentially, like I said, not being cured or actually just dying of old age, you don't really want to risk things, to be honest. You really, really don't. So we have absolutely no power to spare whatsoever. Although, what do you take 100 each? 2. So we can pause 5 of those. I mean, that's gonna knock the power demands right back off. Oh no, sorry, I was reading that the wrong way around. We have about 400 to spare anyway, so that's fine. But still, so once we knock those off, that'll be even better. We'll get all 3 of our smelters on the go, hopefully. Once we can go and build these fast travel lanes, the ore, or scrap metal, I should say, from the mine going up to the smelters, we'll have one hell of a shortcut. It won't be coming all the way around. Will be fantastic. 5%. What are we down to in here? Are we... Oh, 3%. It's gone down a percent since I last looked, which was several days ago. So I am actually going to go ahead and unpause that. It is too far, and can I be reached? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. Oh. Because there's a hole in my otherwise perfect plan. Right. Well, I suppose, yes, that could cause small problems. Now, if I block this off, we can't get through. We can get through. We can't get through. No, we can't get... Oh, yeah, we can. We can go up, down, all the way around. Yeah, it's hideous. It's horrible. But it's not life-threatening. We're going to... wait for the day to end. We're going to wait for everybody to go home. Okay. And then let's go ahead and swap this over. Now let us have one of those in there. One of those right there. And we want to relink that path. And then when that's built, they'll start coming along and building this. Which, they won't go very far. We don't have that much metal. But they will start. And they will know what is priority. Because yes, like I said, once this is linked, our fast travel between our mine and our smelters is actually fast travel. Basically. So what are we down to? 6% here. 8% here. 4% here. Come on, show me a 2. Nope, still 3%. It's going to take so long to clean out for it to become suddenly blue, crystal, and perfect once again. I mean, this one looks like it clears out pretty much every time. I mean, look how beautiful and blue that is. It's about half the size, I think, of this one. But yep. That is what it ends up looking like. I think... what do these take? 2? Oh, 1 metal block. Oh, so we're going to get quite far, actually. We're going to get a fair way in. Anyway, we'll keep building that. We are 2 contaminated beavers again. How many have died and how many have healed is, once again... I'm going to, you know, just for sleeping at night's sake, go and say 20... cured themselves, and unfortunately 1 passed away. And we will honor their sacrifice. But yeah, no, it could have been worse. Much worse. So yeah, we'll keep expanding. 5%, 7%. You know, I kind of want there to be a bad tide now so I can laugh at it. I say these words, at which point, just watch as my whole society collapses as I find I've forgotten something. Like a stupid setting or something. Goes above contamination 5%. 4%. 3%. 3%. That's those two. There should be a couple here. This one and call you 3%. 3%. Now what I do have to do. Close above 3%. Close above 3%. And what I do have to do is find my other ones. My internals. 3. 3. 3. And 3. Okay. We'll see how that works. Now, technically, you should have to slightly change their numbers because close above 3% is 4%. Close below 3% is 2%. So what happens on 3%? Nothing. So, yeah, I should technically be switching their numbers around. Oh no, beaver. One beaver is still contaminated. That can't be a new contamination. It's not been long enough for him to get ill and then get contaminated. So yeah, it can't be a new contamination. We could still get a ill beaver. I'm not going to say contaminated because he has to get ill first. I mean, that could still happen. But I'm going to bank on it not happening too quickly. So the mine is open for business once more. The metal will flow. The bad tide, on the other hand, is the bad water is struggling, apparently. I'm going to go and pause all of those guys. And potentially get ready to get rid of them. We have stopped throwing our bad tide overboard. But, yeah, we are struggling to hold on to our bad tide. Really? I mean, were we just that low that we're having to pump so much of it into this to keep it going? Yeah, no. Beaver is unwell. 1. Oh, we have another unwell beaver. I am going to... I'm going to move this down to 2. So that we have a little bit of a less demand on the system. Not that it matters anymore right now, because we're about to hit a drought. Now we're going to keep getting hit by droughts and not have any power. Watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. Bad tides will no longer plague me. Why? Because they can't plague me. So the game will simply stop throwing them at me. Instead, it'll throw me continuous droughts. Where I only ever got about 1 drought in 4. Watch now, I'll only ever get 1 bad tide in 4. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Do I believe the game has it in for me? Not personally. However, do I believe the game screw with you? Yes, I do. So now watch us simply struggle with our power systems to have anything moving forward. We have so much scrap metal that is terrifying. We have lots and lots of injured beavers. Now, unfortunately, having not gone and built this structure amazingly under here, but having gone and built it quite well under here. I mean, there you go. We do have... I can see them. I can see them, I tell you. I'm going to go and... I don't know if this will work. I mean, is this technically just going to go and tell me that it's underwater? I'm going to go and throw you in there and see what happens. Don't call you a priority, please. I feel like it's just going to tell me it's flooded, if I'm perfectly honest with you. But I want to check if it works, because some things do work underwater. No, it's flooded. Okay. That's fine. The experiment was fun all the same. So no, I can't go and hide my medical beds under the floorboards, because, well, it's flooded land, quite frankly. And that's just not where it shall be. Now look at that. Most of these places are empty. I mean, what can we relocate? 8, 16, 24, 34, 40 almost. Yeah, we can transfer a good 40 across. I mean, that's 4 of these. However, we don't have any decorations on this middle island yet. So that is something that we do need to rectify. I wonder if decorations can go underwater and still work. Because, you know, technically they don't care if they're flooded. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's start seeing how I want my monuments to go. Now, that actually gets perfectly nobody. Wow, so that has to actually go kind of right in the corner. That is within 2 tiles. This is within 3 tiles, so that can go 1 further back. Clock is within 3 tiles, but still it would have to go in there. So, beaver bust, a beaver statue, and a clock. I can see that working. Which way is this clock facing? The right way. Clock. Beaver statue. Beaver bust. Beaver statue. Clock. Other way, hang on. That's not right. The clock should be facing that way on both occasions. So let's keep those going. Now, obviously, most of it simply takes metal. Wow, we're full of scrap metal. Would you look at that? Let us go, and because this is also going to be our biggest beaver injurer. Let's go and drop that down to 5. Half that scrap iron pulling rate out of the ground because, yeah, we're good. We're suddenly really good for scrap metal. Who would have thought? So yeah, let's not worry about that one so much. I have 94 beds. I have 70 free beds. That's quite a few. That is quite a few. So I could get rid of all of those. And so just to confirm, generally my guys for decoration are being hit by some shrubs and lanterns and a clock. So if I change that for a clock, beaver bust, and beaver statue, we're going to be really good. In fact, we're going to, because this will be 1, 2, 3, 4. I will keep this, and I will potentially get 2 and 2. This tells me what I can actually get. Yeah, so I mean, I'll go from a 4 to a 5, basically. And then, you know, if I can actually plant some shrubs underwater. Can we have aquatic shrubs? There's a question for you all, hey? Can we have aquatic shrubs? Let's find out. Oh, no, they don't actually. The irony of the fact that they fit on here on the area that I did technically mess up. Hilarious. Let us. Again, won't fit. back of the scaffolding is technically the floor. Is it reachable? It's reachable. It works. It works, ladies and gentlemen. It works. Hoping. Yep, they're all reachable. There you go. We're going to have our aquatic shrubs. No one will ever know they're there, but they will work diligently underwater, helping to filter out contamination and bad oxygen, helping keep this water world as clean as possible. And so, yeah, all of these guys are now going to be getting the, well, basically the shrub bonus. At least they will do by tomorrow. Shrubs. Oh, there you go. He's getting them now whilst he's sleeping. Or whilst he's even stood there. Then he runs back to bed. And he takes a quick nap, and boom, he's got a full shrub bonus. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Absolutely love it. Ah, right, yes, that would explain why we're not making any metal. Because, ooh, and look how fast these guys are pumping this out. That's impressive and terrifying all at the same time. 1.8 days left of drought. Let's turn the water back on. 2%. Oh, we clean in here? 1%. Not quite. How about out here? 3. And 3. So we should be safe against any more illness, I think. I think it's 5% is generally the limit. Yes, we can't decontaminate because, once again, we have no power. We're doing pretty well in terms of building. We want a set of stairs right there. Go ahead and get those built. So yeah, that'll pretty much be a really large portion of everything that I want to happen. So yeah, we'll keep pushing forward. Now, if I was to delete one of you, I would actually get back some metal. Let's go and delete 3 of you for now. Well, that metal is going to be used extremely quickly to build a few other things. Well, I'll let them decide what they're building first. That always works out really well, so yeah, why worry about it? And so then we just kind of have to decide on what comes next. I mean, this project is now assured, basically. It's guaranteed. All we have to do now is keep things flowing. I mean, we've actually got quite well, hey, we have no, they've all gone home. It's like we have movement, we have power. What's going on? Why no, they've all gone home. We yeah, we have quite a queue for metal. So that is going to take a while. To the point where I almost think I should even potentially build yet another one of these. I'm actually going to go and do that because, well, holy momoly. Let's go for the words holy momoly. We have a lot, and I mean a lot, of metal required. Did I really build this in doubles? Was I that silly? Sure, let's just keep the theory going. This is very inefficient, but apparently that's my style. That's what I went for, and that's what I'm sticking with. Oh, I think we're threatening to have some power. Here we go. Full steam ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Full steam ahead. Power supply, power demand 1400 with this built. It will go up by a further 200, so we're going to kind of be pushing it. But once we can turn these two off, once we decontaminate our last beaver, let's in fact go and pause that one already. We should just be on the cusp of having enough power. And we'll, yeah, we'll be able to start filling in all of these blanks, basically. And so we can decide what comes next, but ideally we want to start building it and building the parts of it that do not take metal blocks. Now, irrigation, we're not too worried about that. Now, we do, of course, have this mine down here we can expand into. I don't know if we need to be honest with you. This is a pretty efficient mine. We do, of course, have the excavator, that will allow us to start making things like tiered farming, which is always really fun to play with. That, as you can see, takes metal blocks as well, though. Structures, we're pretty much there. Obviously, metal platforms, if we come to want them for building some of our ridiculousness. The bad water discharge to make sure we have perpetual power. I know what we can do coming up with next. Now, obviously, yes, we can do things like improve food, which we will be doing. We are gathering corn, but again, we need more power to be able to do what comes next in terms of that. And on those notes, more perpetual power would be absolutely fantastic. Now, most of my well-being will go and cost me... Oh, a scratcher will not. A scratcher, I can only assume, will not work underwater. Again, let's test these theories. I mean, I don't mind testing them whatsoever. If I was to go and put you there, let's just call you a priority. I assume very shortly I'm going to be told I have a flooded building. But I do want more perpetual power. And I can always go and get it, because to build dams and aqueducts, etc. costs me wood. I have an abundance of wooden planks. Actually, I don't have an abundance of planks. We seem to be struggling for those a little bit for some reason. I have an abundance of wood. But yes, planks are taking a beating. Did my mine take... plank? No, it takes... I thought it took treated planks, yes. Which, once again, we're going to want to turn that on at some point. So I do want perpetual power. We are building an extension to what we've got. The other thing would be to have something coming off this. But you want to do... It's so far away... I mean, I don't know how much I like that idea. For me to build something from here to my settlement, I mean, that's a hell of a dam. And for the amount of power that two of these kicks out, I don't truly know if it's worth it, to be honest. I don't know. I'd have to figure that one out, to be honest. I mean, we are going to go up to 3,000 power, so we are going to double our footprint, which is pretty good, you know. Can't be complaining about that too much. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out our power. It's not going to be easy. Because like I said, our sources are so far apart that unless this suddenly became the center of my society, which is where we did start, but obviously we moved across to make things a little bit easier, then I'm really not quite sure what we do. I mean, it's always a possibility. I mean, it's always very possible. I'm just staring at it right now, and I'm like, dang, that far, man. That's a really big aqueduct. I mean, of course, I could always build the aqueduct over this side. Say, you know, just out and then off the edge of the map with all of the power sources, and then just run the power line, so to say, aka the... I wish I could remember what they're called all of a sudden. What are they called? The power shafts. I could run the power shafts all the way across and just plug that into something. I mean, that would, in essence, get me my power. That's always a possibility. I mean, yeah, we might just do that, to be honest. See how we feel about that. Because the ideal design would get us... So if 3 of these gets us 1,500, and the other one would be the exact same power, because it would be for 2 of these. So if each one of these, let's just say, gets us 500. I mean, I probably want a good 10 of them. Make sure I can get myself a good 5,000 power coming off that. That would be pretty nice. That would pretty much get me going for whatever I need it to be. So something along those lines, I think. Are we finally decontaminated? No, we are on 1% still. I wonder if we'll ever clean out. 1%. 1%. 2%. Love it. Flooded building. So, yep, that would be, I can only assume. Yes, my scratcher. Fair enough. I don't think it would work, but it's always worth checking. Some things work underwater. You know, I haven't read a manual on what does and doesn't, so hey, just chuck it all down there. And on that, ladies and gentlemen, we're living on the water. And we are going to leave the episode there. Just look how beautiful it all is. We are living on the water, ladies and gentlemen. We have almost connected straight through. We've got a couple more pieces to go. We're still a little bit shy on this side. But it's looking fantastic. We're about to start making, I believe, a surplus of metal. We've got this to finish, which is the big one, 20. So we've got, 30 odd metal blocks still to make. After that, we're just making surplus, ladies and gentlemen. We're just making surplus. And so, do you know what? I'm going to start by... Nope, that was the wrong button. I'm going to end by destroying these. There's 8 more metal blocks. That's about a third of what we need. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, all I can say is onwards and upwards. And so until next time, as per always, I hope you have enjoyed the series. I hope you will come back to see what we do next. Quite frankly, I don't even know if you haven't guessed. And so until next time, until we see you again, as per always, I do hope that you will stay safe, happy, and healthy.